Dear students, welcome to our next online lecture for physics. Uh, as this lecture is again for rotational dynamics. In this lecture, I am going to explain some applications of vertical circular motion and related questions about it that are given in your book and solution of some problems. So let us see first. There is one question given in your book. See here, use your brain power. What is the first question? What is expected to happen if one travels fast over a speed breaker? Why? जनरली स्पीड ब्रेकरवरून जाताना मुलांना तरी त्यांचा स्पीड कमी करणं आवडतच नाही आणि स्पीड ब्रेकर आला की आपण स्पीड कमी करतो. का बरं आपण स्पीड कमी करतो? Why we not increase the speed on the speed breaker and why we decrease the speed? का असं करतो? आणि इन्क्रीज केला स्पीड तर काय होईल? When we pass over the speed breaker, that speed breaker has the convex shape आहे. म्हणजे सेम अप्लिकेशन लास्ट व्हिडिओ मध्ये पाहिलं आपण when the vehicle is passing over a convex over bridge तशासारखा फक्त छोटा convex असतो. And when we move fast on it, the resultant normal reaction contact force may be zero there, and in that case there will be the no contact between the road surface and the tires, and so that the vehicle will jump. असं jump घेतं आणि पडू शकतं. So that we cannot pass over the speed breaker with the highest speed. Now what is the next question here? How does the normal force on a concave suspension bridge? Now here the bridge is concave. In the last video we had seen about the bridge, that is the convex bridge. Here the bridge is concave. Concave suspension bridge change when a vehicle is traveling on it with constant speed. म्हणजे नॉर्मल रिएक्शन फोर्स हा कॉन्केव्ह ब्रिज वरून व्हेकल पास होतो तेव्हा नॉर्मल रिएक्शन फोर्स कसा बदलतो? प्लेन हॉरिझॉन्टल रोडवर काय आहे की नॉर्मल रिएक्शन फोर्स जो आहे तो डायरेक्टली अपवर्ड ना. प्लेन हॉरिझॉन्टल रोडवर वेट इज डाऊनवर्ड, रिएक्शन फोर्स इज अपवर्ड. पण इथे रोड हॉरिझॉन्टल नाही, इथे रोड आता असा कॉन्केव्ह आहे की नाही. मग कॉन्केव्ह मध्ये नॉर्मल रिएक्शन फोर्स कसा बदलतो? सी इन दिस डायग्राम. The normal reaction force makes some angle with the vertical angle theta. जर vehicle आपल्या या साइडला जाईल तर normal reaction force या डायरेक्शन राहील angle theta राहील. So normal reaction force है ना balanced by not by the weight but by the component of weight mg cos theta, that is the vertically downward vertical component of mg. Here the horizontal component is not shown. The weight mg is not exact opposite to normal reaction, that's why the weight mg is divided into two perpendicular components, mg cos theta and mg sin theta. So here we consider the normal reaction makes some angle theta with the vertical. The centripetal force is provided by the resultant of normal reaction force and the weight mg cos theta. Again, this normal reaction force and the component mg cos theta are opposite to each other, and the resultant will provide the centripetal force. So the same logic we can apply here, and we can say the difference resultant of this force, that is n minus mg cos theta, gives us the centripetal force, and we know the formula for centripetal force, v square by r. Hence the normal reaction force is given by n is equal to mg cos theta plus mv square by r. Now the reaction force is here depends on the theta also. That the cos theta, this term appear in the equation of reaction force. As theta changes, the normal reaction force will also change. When the vehicle is at the center, in that case the theta is 0, 0 is equal to 1, and we can say n is equal to mg plus mv square by r. Means the weight is downward and the normal reaction is upward, and therefore we can say n is equal to mg cos theta plus mv square by r. But here at this position and in this first half concave circle, here as theta changes the normal reaction will also change. So this is the answer of this question. Now next, now here I am going to explain the answer of this question. This question is given in your exercise. While driving along an unbanked circular road, a two-wheeler rider has to lean with the vertical. Why is it so? With what angle the rider has to lean? derive the relevant expression and why such a leaning is not necessary for a four-wheeler. So here, in the case of unbanked road means plain horizontal curved road. The road is not banked. The road is plain horizontal curved road and the cyclist has to pass on that curved road. सायकल वर रायडरला पास व्हायचं आहे है ना. आता सायकल मध्ये काय आहे की दोनच टायर्स आहेत. फोर व्हीलर सारखे चार टायर नाही आणि मग त्या दोन टायर मधला आणि रोड सरफेसचा जो कॉन्टॅक्ट फोर्स आहे फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स दॅट प्रोव्हाइड देअर द प्रॉपर सेंट्रिपिटल फोर्स. हा फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स जर कमी झाला प्रॉपर सेंट्रिपिटल फोर्स नाही मिळाला तर सायकलचा बॅलन्स जाईल. इट विल स्किड बिकॉज इट इज परफॉर्मिंग द सर्क्युलर मोशन देअर ऑन द हॉरिझॉन्टल कर्व्ड रोड. आता सायक्लिस्ट जर त्या हॉरिझॉन्टल कर्व्ड रोड वरून पास होताना सरळ असेल स्ट्रेट इकडे वाकणार नाही इकडे झुकणार नाही सरळ स्ट्रेट असेल नॉर्मल रिएक्शन फोर्स वर वेट एमजी खाली आणि फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स ओनली प्रोव्हाइड द प्रॉपर सेंट्रिपिटल फोर्स. आपण मागच्या व्हिडिओ मध्ये पाहिलेलं आहे ते horizontal plane curved road च्या व्हिडिओ मध्ये. So here if the frictional force is less the proper centripetal force will not provide it. That's why to provide the proper centripetal force the cyclist lean म्हणजे थोडा तिरपा होतो इनवर्ड झुकतो तो. जेव्हा तो झुकतो तेव्हा त्याचा नॉर्मल रिएक्शन फोर्स एक्झॅक्टली वर नसून त्याचा नॉर्मल रिएक्शन फोर्स जो आहे तो असा तिरपा होतो आणि मग रिएक्शन फोर्स अगेन as n is there solid to two component. Here the reaction force in this diagram we consider this point is the center of gravity of the cyclist. Yes, here the reaction force when the bicycle lean inward the reaction force become also tilted तिरपी होते ती आणि वेट एमजी एक्झॅक्ट डाऊनवर्ड आहे बघा. वेट एमजी कसं आहे एक्झॅक्ट डाऊनवर्ड. मग हा आर अगेन डिवाइड इंटू टू कंपोनंट्स. आर ला आपण पुन्हा दोन कंपोनंट मध्ये डिवाइड करू. वर्टिकल कंपोनंट आर कॉस थीटा, horizontal component r sin theta. This r sin theta provide the proper centripetal force along with the frictional force and the cyclist can move safely along a horizontal route. Now here we have to find by what angle he has to lean inward. That is depends on the curved road. If the road is radius of curved road is large or the radius of curved road is small. If the radius of the curved road is small, घाटामध्ये एकदम टर्न आहे है ना आणि खूप मोठा टर्न असेल तर रेडियस इज लार्ज. In that case what? Here now again we consider capital M is the total mass of this cyclist and the rider. So weight is mg. The r cos theta vertical component of reaction force balance the weight mg. So we get this equation r cos theta is equal to mg and we get the equation r sin theta that provide the proper centripetal force again here. So r sin theta is equal to mv square by r. We divide the equation number 2 by equation 1 means r sin theta upon r cos theta is equal to mv square by r upon mg. That is tan theta is equal to b square by r. That we had done in the banking of road also to obtain the angle of banking. Again here the same expression we got the same expression that is theta is equal to tan inverse of b square by rg. That is the angle here. By this angle the cyclist must have to lean so that the proper centripetal force is provided. So see here this angle of banking is depends directly proportional to square of velocity. त्याला मॅक्झिमम स्पीड जास्त स्पीड वाढवायचं असेल समजते ना तर मग त्याला जास्त लीन व्हावं लागेल. अँगल ऑफ बँकिंग जो अँगल जो आहे लिनिंग अँगल आहे थीटा थीटा इज लिनिंग अँगल हिअर तो अँगल पण त्याला वाढवावा लागेल है ना आणि इट इज इनव्हर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द रेडियस. म्हणजे मोठी रेडियस असेल जास्त रेडियस असेल मोठा प्लेन रोड हॉरिझॉन्टल रोड असेल मोठा सर्कल असेल रेडियस जास्त असेल तर अँगल थीटा कमी असला तर चालतो आणि रेडियस कमी असेल छोटा टर्न असेल है ना रेडियस कमी तर थीटा जास्त लागेल बिकॉज देयर इज इनवर्स रिलेशन बिटवीन दिस थीटा अँड r. So this is the answer. Now next here I am going to explain the solution of one problem that is given in your book textbook. You have to solve this problem. Motorcyclist. The problem is related to the sphere of death that is about the vertical circular motion. A motorcyclist is undergoing vertical circles inside a sphere of death. The speed of the motorcycle varies between 6 meter per second and 10 meter per second. calculate diameter of the sphere of depth. How much minimum values are possible for these two spheres? Here, when you have to solve the problem, you must read the problem 2 times. तुम्ही 2 वेळ प्रॉब्लेम पहिले वाचायला पाहिजे. प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये आपल्याला काय दिलेलं आहे समजलं, ते प्रॉब्लेम कशाशी रिलेटेड आहे हे तुम्हाला पहिले समजलं पाहिजे. काय दिलेलं आहे आणि काय कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं आहे. Here the problem is related to the sphere of depth. Motorcyclist is moving in a vertical circle. So two sphere velocities are given, 6 meter per second and 10 meter per second. Obviously we know that the 6 meter per second is the velocity v1 at uppermost point and 10 meter per second is the velocity v2 that is at lowermost point. Here we call the velocity as v1 and v2. Yes, the v1 is given 6 and v2 is given. We know the equations. The velocity at uppermost point v1 is equal to under root rg and the velocity at lowermost point, that is under root 5 rg. We square that two equation, we get v1 square is equal to rg and v2 square is equal to 5 rg. We put the values. So we get here rg is equal to 36 and here 5 rg is equal to 100. Now we subtract this second equation from 1. 5 rg minus rg is equal to 100 minus 36, that is equal to 64. So we get 4 rg is equal to 64, rg is equal to 16, r is equal to 16 divided by g. Here we approximately take the value of g is equal to 10. So we get radius is equal to 1.6 meter. But the radius is not asked. You have to calculate diameter of the sphere of depth. So diameter is the twice of the radius and that is equal to 2 into 1.6, that is 3.2. So the diameter is 3.2. See how much minimum values are possible for these two speeds. Now we can calculate v1 is equal to under root rg. By putting the value of r, we know the value of r and g is equal to 10. We get the minimum value 4 meter per second. And when we find the value minimum value at the lowermost position, we get it is under root 5 rg, that is 5 into 1.6 into 10, that is 5 into 16, that is 4 root of 5 or 8.944 meter per second. Yes, this is the solution of this problem. Now we turn towards the next point. That is the next problem. Now this problem is not given in your book, but it is the application of vertical circular motion. That is when the bucket containing water is tied to one end of a rope. Here we consider the rope is a string and it moves in a vertical circle. See, I read the problem. A bucket containing water is tied to one end of a rope, 5 meter long, and it is rotating in a vertical circle about the other end. Find the number of rotation per minute in order that the water in the bucket may not spill. Here, you have not find the velocity is not asked here. Here, you have to find the number of rotation per minute. Means first you have to find the number of rotation per second. Yes, number of rotation per second is called as the frequency. So we find the frequency and then we calculate multiply it 60. Then we will get the number of rotation per minute. Yes. So this is again the problem of vertical circular motion. So what are the given things? R is equal to 5 meter, that is the radius of vertical circle. G is equal to 9.8 is given here. And N we have to find the frequency of rotation. Again we can say that the centripetal force is equal to weight. When this equation is satisfied, the water will not spill at the uppermost point and we get V square is equal to Rg. V is equal to under root Rg. If we put rather than mv square by r, mr omega square by r, we get r omega square is equal to Rg and Rg is equal to r square omega square. So omega square is equal to Rg by r square. So we get the value for omega, that is under root g by r. See, this is the new equation for you. For in the vertical circular motion, you can say the angular velocity at the uppermost point is under root g by r. So instead of angular velocity, we put here 2 pi n. Angular velocity and angular frequency are related by this relation. What is the relation between angular velocity and angular frequency? You can say that omega is equal to 2 pi n. So we use it here because we have to find the frequency. So what is the frequency now? N is equal to, we get this equation 1 upon 2 pi under root g by r. We put all the values, related values and solve the problem. We will get the answer. First, N is equal to 0.2229 revolution per second. This is the actual frequency, but here in the problem you have to calculate rotation per minute. So multiply it by 60 because 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. And so you get the answer here is equal to 13.374 revolution per minute. Now here this is one problem again given in your new syllabus textbook. During a stunt, a cyclist considered to be a particle is undertaking horizontal circle inside a cylindrical well of radius 6.05 meter. If the necessary friction coefficient is 0.5, coefficient of friction is 0.5, how much minimum speed should the stunt artist maintain? Mass of the artist is 50 kg. If she or he increase the speed by 20%, how much will the force of friction be? This problem is related to the well of death. Yes, you know the how the well of death. The well of death is vertical, and in that vertical well of death, the rider move in a horizontal circle, and it is exactly horizontal. Rider पूर्ण आडवा असतो आणि तसा गोल फिरतो. आणि बघा हे डायग्राम ना तुम्ही पहिले व्हिडिओ मध्ये शिकलेले आहे. At this point, the normal reaction force is totally horizontal. The frictional force balance the weight here. Yes, and by applying the logic, we can say the frictional force mu s into n provide is equal here the weight. Yes, and so we can see here mu into mv square by r is equal to mg. We get v square is equal to rg by mu. That is v is equal to under root rg by mu. In your book, this equation is given v is equal to under root rg by mu. I had explained it in one video also. So put the value of r, g and mu. You can find the under root of 121, that is v is equal to 11 meter per second. So this is the speed so that we can move safely there in that horizontal circle. And what will be the frictional force? Though he increase the speed, the force of friction is equal to mass into gravitational force. It depends only on the mass. So 50 multiplied by 10, that is equal to 500 Newton is the frictional force here. Thus, in this video, I had explained the three solution of three problems and two applications of one application of vertical circular motion and one application of horizontal curved rod. And the questions are asked in your book. Thank you.